Welcome back, Connect fam. Happy Saturday. It is always a pleasure to be here with you. And thank you so much for allowing us to spend Saturday mornings with you. It is August 13th. And we have an amazing show for you this morning. We're going to be diving into fashion, darling, artistry, and the creative process. And we're also going to be talking about a new approach to a very old problem that many are facing. But first, un momento, I gotta say good morning to our amazing co-host, Miss Sandy.
Good morning. Good morning. It is so good to be here. Another week, we're talking to so many inspiring and influential women. And speaking of influence, we're going to talk about social media for a minute. So I want to dive right in, Stitches. What is one thing that you have done specifically to grow your following on social media?
One thing that I see that really does help, it's super simple, but it does require time, and I'm still moving in on it. It's actually responding to people when they
Engagement,
comment.
yes.
We did I guess you could say a camp with it with our company, and they found that if you engage about 15 minutes prior before posting, engaging like
Mm-hmm.
commenting and commenting on other people's pages, then you'll have more engagement on the next post that you have.
Yes.
So that would be mine. Engagement. What about you?
I love that. So for me, I'm pretty good with engagements, but for me, I'm trying to do more reels. As you know, I'm all about the productivity, and I don't like to just do one every single day. I try and batch the content, or especially when I'm in that creative mode, really
Right.
try and strike while the iron's hot. So trying to get more into the reels and just come up with more creative content that's not just the same old, same old.
That's good. I like that one. So let me ask you, are you all of the social like media? Are you on all of the social media platforms? And how do you really decide which ones were right for you and your business and what you're doing?
Yeah, so this is a really good question, and this is what I talk to my clients about. So, no, I am not on all the platforms. I am on YouTube, I'm on Instagram and Facebook, and I'm on Pinterest. And for me, I decide where I show up based on where I believe my customer is. What about you, Stitches? How do you handle, like all the content that's going on? And sometimes it's always not so positive. Sometimes there's negative content there. So how do you handle that kind of maybe negative, outlook on social media when everything, the world of social is just so busy?
So I
Yep.
actually had a situation that was super duper foreign to me because I wasn't used to it. But there was a situation where someone perceived or believed that there was something that they did that I copied them, and it was doing words of the
Mm.
day, and it was like, no, not really. And this person, I've never met this person, never seen them before, but this
Ah.
individual literally produced a campaign against me, and I didn't know until people were reaching out to me like, hey, this person is like, and they were really coming for me, and I was foreign to this because if you go on
Wow.
the page, it's all positive, like, I try to uplift. If you're
Yeah.
coming to my page, my goal is to really have you smile and uplift, or just think. So honestly, for things like that, you got to really choose your battles. It's not every
Yes.
negative comment. That would be my response. It's not every negative comment that you have to respond to. Certain things people will post, people will comment. You have the ability that I actually found out to block people. It's not everything that you have to comment or respond to that's negative. Let people be sometimes. What about you?
Yeah. So again, yes, I do think you need to pick your battles. I can't even tell you after I won the pageant how many fake profiles were made of Sandy Glantz and Sandy Glant underscore and Sandy Glant so, and I had people that reach out and say, look, this person's trying to pretend to be you, or they're trying to set up a fake account and, sell me something. So just be careful. And like you said, pick your battles. You know who you are, and I think that the people that really do follow you, know your journey, know that, if they're watching you, they know your heart, they know that what you stand for, and vice versa. And I think that, again, just be you. And there's so much loud noise of people doing crazy things. We have to amplify all of the good that comes out of social.
I like that. That deserves a clap right there.
Yes.
But
Yes,
Sandy, actually,
absolutely.
Later on today, you're going to be, a little birdie told me, 5701 Sunset Drive in South Miami later on today for a back to school drive.
So yes, we're doing a back to school drive. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to be doing the height and weight charts because you need to get kind of like your physicals done before the start of school. There's going to be some amazing giveaways, and I'll be going as Mrs. International 2022. So if you want, you can head over to my Instagram to get all the details, the address, when we start, and everything that's going to be kicking off and involved in today's events. And also, Stitches, I know you're going to be out in the city today too. So what do you have going on?
Yeah, this is really awesome. Thank you. It's the second annual Black Pepper Food Festival. So hashtag Cooking with Stitches will be out there. Shout out to Joelle and the whole team. I'm going to be there from, I think, 6 to 7 cooking. I'm going to be making, well, I'm not going to tell you. You have to come and FIU Biscayne Bay campus will be out there again. The whole event is from 3 to 8, but I'll be there from 6 to 7 cooking. Come get my food.
That sounds yummy. You guys can't miss out on that.
Yes, lady.
Awesome. Well, we have an amazing show for you today. Up first, we sit down and talk with designer and creator Early Wilbanks, and later we chat with amazing coach Sonia, who is reimagining how to solve this very common problem, fear of public speaking. I don't know how many of you struggle with public speaking, but it definitely takes getting out of your comfort zone. So I can't wait to sit down and chat with her. Stay close. We'll be right back.
If you are ready to keep your hair, scalp, skin, and lips hydrated this season, our vegan and gluten-free all-purpose moisturizers are just for you. Carefully formulated with fine ingredients to purify and nourish the skin and scalp at the same time without harsh chemicals. Shop It's Made For Me today. The end result will be strong, healthy hair and smoother, softer, clearer skin.
We are living in challenging times, and despite having a 9-to-5 job, you still find it difficult to pay your bills and have money left over to spend on experiences that brings you joy. If you're at a point in your life where you know that there is more for you, you want to start a side business and express your multi-passions, but you're not sure if your gifts or ideas can be profitable, believe in yourself and connect with us over at RaquelWalters.com and let us help you to get clear on the knowledge you have that you can monetize right away.
Are you registered to vote? The general election is set for Tuesday, November 8th. All 435 seats in the House of Representatives and 35 of the 100 seats in the Senate will be contested. Your vote matters more than ever. Confirm that you are registered to vote or get registered today at our website, theconnectonline.com/vote.
Hi, I'm Essence Atkins, and you can find me on Instagram or Twitter at Essence Says. The handle is the same on both, and you are watching the Connect Network TV.
Welcome back, Connect fam. Our next guest is an amazing designer. I have to talk like this when I talk about fashion. I don't know why. She's an amazing designer and creator of Early Wilbanks of Early Eves. Ladies and gentlemen, she designs modest, chic, fashion-forward pieces for every woman to wear and enjoy. Please help me welcome, new to the Connect show, Miss Ellie, darling. Ellie.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show. Ellie, I said it right?
Yes, Ellie.
Artists often have many different inspirations that they pull from. And one of those for you, we have heard, is your mother. And I love this. So what impact has she had on how you design?
Oh my gosh. My mother, she's a character. My mother, she had taught me, a woman should always dress like a lady with dignity and strength.
I love that. Cheers to you, to your mom. A great example. And on your website, actually, Early, you talk about servicing women and note modeling them. I love that.
Oh,
Really the idea behind that. Can you talk a little bit more about that? And
well, there's more about behind this story. The fashion industry prey on the woman's emotions and thoughts, to make them feel that, they are not sexy enough, they're not adequate for who they are. So this is one of the reasons why behind my brand is to empower women to feel that they are just more than who they are, to shine through everything in life of what they're wearing, because there's different type of sizes, different type of women. All of them are beautiful in different way.
Amazing. Well, you also design sustainable garments for our fitting room. What does it look like to design for someone else?
It has been a blessing designing for Denise and Fernando. They have brought in my creativity, and they also had challenged me to recycle old garments into new garments. And with that, I don't know if you have noticed, the fashion industry is gearing into sustainable, because they have noticed there's so many garments in the landfill. So we're trying to keep like, for example, if your garments is not selling, take that old garment, revamp it, change it around, and then rebrand it again.
I like that. And I think that really does show the creativeness of a designer, like how you're able to take something and redo it, kind of like an artist. So
yes,
it's actually really cool.
Really, really important, especially for the environment. So I want to ask you, with all of this going on in business, and you're really, really changing the world with what your work and what you're doing, what tools do you use to help stay grounded and stay focused when you're running your business?
What made me stay grounded is the Word of God. I started to keep my life devotional, and actually to transform my mind and my heart. The more I transform, the more I get creativities of my designing and through my business. Because I just feel like when you value yourself, you're going to value your business as well. It's a reminder telling me there will always be someone waiting for you to fail. But if you listen to that person's voice stating that you are a failure and you hold it into you, then you will fail as well. So it's better to ignore the haters and focus on your vision and grow from it and learn from it. Basically, you learn from your mistake and grow from it.
Okay, so please tell us, Miss, I have to pronounce the whole name because I want to do it right. Miss Early Melius Eve.
Yes.
I want to shop. I want to get your clothing. Where can we find you, and where can we buy your designs, honey?
Well, you can find me through Instagram at Hermelia Eve. You could also you could DM me. You can instant message me if you want something custom made, or if you want certain garments that be made. And also the Instagram will link into my website as well.
Beautiful.
Amazing. Thank you so much. We are loving all of this boss babe conversation. We need to take a quick break, but we will be right back to chat with Coach Sonia, who is reframing the way we think about and approach public space. Trust me, you won't want to miss this.
Hi, my name is Brooklyn Sudano, and you can catch me on Cruel Summer on Freeform, Hulu, and Amazon worldwide. You are watching the Connect Network TV.
Well, Welcome back, Connect fam. So we are here rolling in with our new guest who is here to talk about really breaking free from anxiety and fear that is associated with public speaking. Please help me welcome new to the Connect fam, Miss Sonia Maslowskaya. Hi, Sonia.
Hello, ladies. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
So, Sonia, let's jump straight into it. You are a coach. How did you get into this space?
I have to say, I have always been very passionate about public speaking and communication. And my degree is in linguistics. So I've always had this passion and curiosity about how communication and our words, as well as nonverbal communication, can elevate every aspect of our life. About 10 years into my career, I became a brand speaker. So I was a speaker representing a luxury brand, traveling around the country and speaking to large audiences of people. So of course, it was not that hard for me because of my education, because of my background. But what I found out is that I actually enjoy helping others find their unique communication style. I enjoy mentoring others into becoming phenomenal and unforgettable public speakers, get rid of the anxiety, and actually start enjoying this craft of communication.
Well, I want to touch on what you just said about the anxiety and that fear around public speaking. Is this a common fear for people, and why? What do you think it is around public speaking that maybe gives people, scared, or they have this fear around public speaking?
That's a great question. And there's been a lot of research done around public speaking. And a lot of researchers and scientists say that public speaking is the biggest and the most common fear in the world. First of all, I think we all have to realize that the fear of public speaking is quite normal. This is the prehistoric part of our brain that is protecting us from being rejected. So the first thing I think that we have to accept is that this fear is quite normal, and this is our nervous system trying to protect us and helps us to survive. And I think if we just tell ourselves, okay, amygdala, the part of the brain that's responsible for fear, I know why you're trying to protect me, but I'm really not in danger here. I got it. I think that's the first step.
I love that. Well, you have a unique approach to the art of communication. So I would love for you to break down for us the 4 elements that you use.
Thank you so much for asking me that. I believe that the majority of coaches, and most of the time when people approach public speaking, they focus on 2 obvious areas. And that is the intellectual portion of public speaking, which is the content of what you say, what kind of words you use, knowing how to influence the audience. The physical aspect also is very frequently tackled, and that is our body language, gestures, eye contact, obviously, the smile, how to stay open for your audience and not be closed off, right? These are the obvious aspects of public speaking that are being taught. We have to go a little bit deeper than that, because you can teach anybody these surfacey tools. But how do you actually transform somebody into becoming an unforgettable speaker? So to do that, we need to tackle the spiritual and the emotional parts of public speaking. Communication and public speaking is simply the extension of yourself.
Awesome. And Sonia, I really want to ask you this. Another key component that you teach to move through the fear of speaking is shifting the energy and focus from yourself actually to the audience. So can you walk us through that practice really quick?
Yes, absolutely. There are several ways of doing that, but perhaps the most efficient, time efficient, and effective way to do that is this. We tend to psych ourselves up and get ourselves really nervous about public speaking when we focus too much on ourselves. It's all me, 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 me. What if something goes wrong with me? They don't like me, right? There's a lot of me in this. But instead, if you ask yourself, what can I give to my audience? What can they get from me that they cannot get from anyone else? because we all have unique skills and experiences, and the combination of these experiences is what makes you different from everyone else. And you also ask yourself, how can I deliver this message? And not only will it take away your anxiety and the nervousness because of shift of focus, but it will also make you an unforgettable speaker.
Amazing. This sounds incredible. And I know that you also offer one-on-one coaching and group sessions, and you have an upcoming Speaking Diva course, which is giving all the confidence and training to get on a stage and deliver this confidence in speaking. So how do you sign up?
Well, the best thing to do is to visit my website, which is www.soniaempower.com. You can also follow my Instagram, as I share a lot of tips and I give a preview of my upcoming coaching and courses on Instagram. I do one-on-one coaching as well as corporate coaching, but my favorite is something that you brought up, Sandy, and that is the Speaking Diva course. This course is curated specifically for women, business owners, women in the corporate environment, any kind of women who could benefit from being confident, effective, and memorable speakers. And this is a 5-week live course done in a small group where I would be doing a lot of hands-on teaching and coaching. Would love to have our audience join me.
Awesome. Sonia, Coach Sonia, rather. Thank you so much for joining us. What a great, brand new, fresh way to look at this, common problem, like you said, public speaking. A lot of people go through it. So thank you so much for sharing your experience, your expertise, and for breaking things down. Thank you, Sonia.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to being with you again.
Thank you.
Yes, that's right. You're going to be back for the rest of the month, sharing even more tips on how to level up in this space. So if this is a fear of yours at home, you won't want to miss it. So we have to take a quick break, but we will be right back with your celebrity news next. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, I'm Jessica Feyo, and I am a social media coach for women entrepreneurs who know they are on a mission to change the world with their business, but are struggling with how to market themselves authentically to their ideal client on social media. I can help you go from overwhelmed and confused on what to post to creating effective and impactful content that converts your followers into customers. Head to my website to grab your free course, Instagram 101 for Business, and learn the strategies I use to grow my business in just 6 months.
Welcome back, Connect fam. So before we go, we're going to get into a little bit of celeb news. There's a story that's been getting a whole lot of buzz surrounding this Instagram model who goes by the name of Gina. After she came out of having full-blown AIDS and being connected with many big name celebs, some of which we might know and love, some of which being, everyone has their own opinion, but some of the artists are Nick Cannon, Chris Brown, to name a few that she allegedly has had relations. Right. He says allegedly has had. Okay, go Sandy. What do you say?
Stitches, we kicked this off at the beginning of the show talking about the power of social media. And this story goes to show you the power of social media, because this story has caught wind and it is a hot topic right now. So listen, I'm amazed at her courage to come out and share this story and even talk about it in the first place. But, she kind of outed the people she was with. And, these are high profile celebrities. And it's got people talking. It's got the fans talking. So, I mean, what do you take on this? Like, how do you feel about, is she oversharing? Is this bringing awareness to what, the topic of what she's trying to share? Is there a reason to go public with this? What are your thoughts?
You got to be careful out here because it's not everybody. And I may sound like an oldie but goodie, but you can't be dipping it low and spreading it wide.
Oh,
and I'm sorry, but I wish
I'm with you.
I really do pray for her well-being, and I hope she does get better, but this is waking a lot of people up.
Yes.
That's what we'll say. What do you say?
You keep yourself safe. And if you're in a situation, again, her bringing awareness to the topic is doing what it's meant to do. So that's my 2 cents.
I gotta say, Sandy, though, neither Nick Cannon or Chris Brown have yet to respond to these allegations. And the show has reached out to Gina with an invitation to join us on the show and to really hear and get her side of things up close and personal. So I will put that out there.
There's always 3 sides to a story. Her side, and truth. So we're here for it. Well, I've got to say, Stitches, with all these breakups and makeups, many people aren't putting their relationship status out there right now on social media publicly until they know they're official. But one celebrity couple came out right away, and now months into it, it's over, which, I can't say didn't see that coming. But Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian officially called it quits last weekend. I mean, were you surprised, Stitches? I can't say I was surprised.
I'm not surprised. Can I be frank? We're family here. Can I be frank?
Of course.
I thought they lasted longer than I honestly expected them to. He seemed like, he was happy in the moment, and she seemed like she was into it in the moment, but I guess it ran its course. But they ran longer than I expected, to be quite frank.
There was just a lot of factors at play between the ex with Kanye and the kids, and it was getting real. The business was getting put out there real fast. So I feel like once it got to that point, things started to go south. At least that's, kind of what it seemed like. I don't follow too closely in all of that personal business because you never know what's real and what's not. But,
right.
For you, Stitches, you're single, you're gorgeous. Do you prefer to share your dating business out into the social world, or do you kind of keep that on the low?
Can you tell me? Try to find me. I'm like, really? I'm a private person, and you could tell I get in and out of accents. It just depends how I'm feeling. So I am very private. So,
she's like, you never know who you're gonna get.
but you're gonna get a straight shooter either way.
Yes.
I will say, if I do post somebody, then it's a real deal. Because I'm not just willy-nilly just post anybody.
That's right.
I'm just not gonna do that. That's just me.
That's right. That's right. And look, whether you are, on a TV show, you're a celebrity, or you just have a regular 9-to-5 job, like, it doesn't really matter. Your business is your business. And I think at the end of the day, if you decide to put it out there, good for you. And if you don't, then also good for you. It just depends on, how you feel about it and what you want to share and what you don't want to.
And like you said, you should be free and open to post, but be prepared when you're posting personal business and personal things. Like, be prepared for people to respond and to comment. That's what I will say. There's nothing wrong with posting who you love and who you're with, but be mindful, people are gonna respond.
That's right, because everyone's got an opinion. Well, I am loving all this conversation, and Hot Topics will continue next week. Until then, what a great show today in Miami. Thank you to our guests. Please make sure to go and follow them.
Awesome. And of course, if you're ready to bring your brand to television and you want to feature whatever you have going on television, register right now at connectonline.com.
We'll see you next week.
Have a good weekend.